Good morning everybody, Chris Gibson here, Bunkers 101, beginners. The idea of a bunker can be quite daunting for a lot of people and at our particular golf course that I work at, Royal Queensland, our bunkers are notorious for being quite difficult. So when we look at bunkers, there's a couple of things that we want you to look at, and there's a neat little practice things that we can do when you come down and work on your bunker shots. So with bunkers, we're going to widen our stance to get a nice stable base, and it also lowers the center of gravity. So the other part to that is we're going to have roughly about 60 to 65% of our pressure in our lead foot, and we're going to open that face up and the handle is going to drop quite low. So therefore that entry of the sand iron in particular and the exit is going to be quite shallow, yeah? So we can basically slap it in there and feel as though making quite an aggressive move, but it's not going to take a lot of sand. If we take too much sand, clearly it's just going to end up just here. If we don't take enough sand, we then end up hitting it over the other side in the trees, generally speaking, or in another bunker, just in a worse place. So when we start practicing bunkers, draw that line in the sand, and I want you to go along that line and see how close you can get to that line. And when you've consistently struck that line, or even just before it or just after, then you can shuffle across to the golf ball, and this one's probably not going to be as hard as those swings that I just made because I'm only going to hit a little distance here. Then all of a sudden we've got a beautiful high bunker shot. The entry and exit is quite low, it's come out beautifully high, landed and stopped. I'm going to be using a regular golf club here and a regular golf ball, so there's no specialty ideas around this. This is a 60-degree sand iron. When we do make that contact with the sand, we definitely want you to be consistent with the speed. So if it slows down, we're in a bit of trouble. And if we overly aggressive on the way through, we're in a bit of trouble. It will be difficult to hit the same point in the sand each time. So Bunkers 101, remember, we're not on a downslope, we're not in a plug lie, we're not ball above our feet or below our feet. We're wide stance, pressure about 60, 65, ball position further forward, face open, low handle, that's all address, and then consistent. And when I say consistent, consistent speed. So if you remember those things as a Bunker 101, you're going to be okay in bunkers and build that confidence, and then we can come back and talk about some downhill lies and things like that. Take care and talk soon.